The Mike North Show, special edition, Coach's Corner. We're bringing on people from Houston, Texas. As we speak, we just had former Toledo head coach Jay Eck with us. And now we're going to be joined by, you know what, I don't care. I don't care. He can coach at Kentucky. He can coach anywhere. He'll always be Georgia Tech. Every time I see him, I go, I wonder how Georgia Tech's doing. Oh, no, he's doing a great job at the College of Charleston. He's the head coach over there. I know he's left Georgia Tech behind, but we'll talk about that, talk about what's up. He did lose to the eventual winner of the NIT, Wichita State, 26-11. He's up to his old tricks, winning a lot of basketball games again. College of Charleston head coach Bobby Cremins. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing fine, Tom. Thank you for those nice words. I'm in Houston with all the other coaches, and it's been quite a trip here. And now the big question is, everybody's asking, can Butler pull the upset off? So we'll see.
Now it's another. Is it really an upset? No, at this point, though. I mean, after who they've faced, what they've done, from last year to this year, I know they are a slight underdog, so I guess it would make them an upset type of situation. But I think once you get to the Final Four, Bobby, you know as well as anybody, basically it's tough to call an upset unless it's something like Villanova, where there was a bigger point spread, stuff like that.
Yeah, you got a good point. The big thing is, the power conference. It's a non-power conference. They're out of the Horizon, and of course Connecticut is out of the Big East. So
right.
That's where all the people talk about, the power conference. But you're right. After what Butler has accomplished, it would not be an upset. I mean, they played Duke right down to the wire. So why should we not expect them to give Connecticut a great game? But Connecticut definitely, they got the athletes, they got the size, but they don't have the depth goes in favor of Butler and this kid Mack. He's something else. And, I can tell you this, everybody will be pulling for Butler except for Connecticut fans.
Well, you're pulling for Butler. But are you pulling for him, or do you believe they're going to win the game?
Well, Jim Calhoun has been a good friend, and I've known Jim. And Brad, I've gotten to know great respect for Brad.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way he handled himself after the Pittsburgh win.
Mm-hmm.
That was so classy, the way he reached out to Jamie Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
And said, what an incredible ending that was. And that was probably the most incredible ending of a game I've ever seen in my life. I know it's the most incredible ending of an NCAA game. And I just like the way he handled it. And,
what was incredible?
But
what was incredible about it? The really, really bad basketball mentality at the end of those games. They should have never been put. Neither team should have never been put in the positions they were put into.
That's right. But young kids do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he missed the second one, he was really relieved. Mac was really relieved. And then everybody figured, okay, it's going to be decided in overtime. And that just blew everybody's mind when they called the foul on the reach. And, I've looked at the foul, and, it would be great if the official could let the play go. But, there was contact. There was.
Yeah,
and,
there was contact.
You would love for an official let the game be decided in overtime. But, they can't have that much power. So there was contact, and he made the call. And it was incredible. That was absolutely incredible.
I don't believe, after all these years, I got to tell you, Bobby, and I really admired what you did when you first, even at Georgia Tech, and, what you did there. I mean, that's not easy in the ACC to do the things that you did over there. But I got to tell you, I don't believe I've ever seen a coach who's still more, and I wasn't being funny about this or trying to be ragtag or trying to be a wise guy. I appreciate everything you've done in basketball, but I still identify you so strongly for what you did at Georgia Tech, and that's not demeaning what you did this year, 26-11, getting to the end. But I got to tell you, I'm sure you hear it from people too that go back to when you really were the wonder kid at Georgia Tech. I'm sure people bring it up to you every day, even though you've moved on.
Yeah, I love Georgia Tech, and of course. As a matter of fact, I just saw Paul Ewart about 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul was let go this year.
Right.
And then new coaches, the new coach of Georgia Tech will be Brian Gregory from Dayton.
Well, you're a very good coach, local guy here in Illinois too. Grew up
Right.
in Mount Prospect, but he's a good coach. But can he get it done? Is the landscape set up?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Paul had some great teams, but it slipped.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian definitely has his work cut out for him. I heard Dayton already hired Miller, Sean Miller's brother.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
I thought if you would have said Sean Miller, that would have been a big story. You know. Well, good.
What do you call Archie Miller?
Okay.
Who was Sean's assistant? I heard that Dayton is going to hire Archie. Archie played at NC State. I coach against Archie, but the Miller family is a great basketball family. And you talk about basketball. That second half, Arizona Duke.
Oh.
That was the greatest 20 minutes of basketball I've seen all year. I just could not get over Arizona.
The tournament's been good. Tournament's been good a lot. I wasn't really high on it, but I got to be honest, it's been fantastic. And I think the stories about what VCU has done and the sidebar stories have been great. I got to tell you, we were talking about it, though, and it just seems to me now that it's going to be, do you believe, like everybody else, the one-and-done rule has hurt not only the NBA, I think, but also NCAA basketball? And has that been addressed at these meetings? Have you guys talked about this?
Yeah, we have our big meeting here on Fridays. Friday morning at 8:30, we have our big meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about the one and done anymore because it's really not in our hands. It's in the players' union.
Mm-hmm.
Individually we talk about it. We're jealous of football. We're jealous of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have to stay 3 years. But it's all between the players' union. They're the ones that control it.
I'll tell you what, Coach. It's great talking to you this year.
Right.
Great job, 26-11, College of Charleston. Best of luck next year. And I'll tell you, who you like in the tournament now? You want Butler to win, but is Butler going to get it done, or is UConn going to get it done?
I'm going to go with Connecticut, but I will not be surprised if Butler wins.
All right, Coach. Take care of yourself.
All right. You're welcome.
All right. That's Coach Bobby Cremins from the College of Charleston here on the Mike North Show, special edition Coach's Corner.